guys, I'm Webb Ellis Cup, Springbok rugby player. You're watching Gareth Mason on Walking Tour with G-Man.
What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is all about Springbok rugby and the squad that was selected today by coach Rassie Erasmus for the 2019 Rugby World Cup, which takes place in Japan in 25 days. We are almost here at the greatest sporting event in world rugby, and it is going to be one of the greatest, most competitive Rugby World Cup tournaments we are yet to see. I really believe that everyone's in it, everyone's wanting an opportunity to prove a point. Some squads have been announced, some haven't yet, but today was South Africa's day where we announced our squad. Yes, like normal, there will be disappointments and real gladness with certain selections. Obviously, a big one is Apiwe Dianti not being selected for this year's Rugby World Cup. Probably one of the biggest losses in the tournament, but unfortunately, due to injury, he was not eligible for selection. And I don't know, he's been in the news for alleged substance abuse, which was found out not too long ago. So whether that's got some implication in his squad selection, I do not know. But I personally feel it is due to injury. I firmly believe him. I don't think he did it illegally, and I mean, he's a great player, one of my favourites, and I hate to see a talent like that not get selected in the Rugby World Cup. But these things happen, and time to move forward with the team that's selected, which I'll get to in a short while. Now, obviously, other news, Eben Etzebeth was in an altercation over the weekend, I think it was, and there was talks of maybe he might not make the Springbok squad, but those rumours were squashed. He's denied the altercation, but SA Rugby said it's not going to affect his selection within the Rugby World Cup squad, and that was proven today as he was selected and probably going to be one of the leaders within the squad as assistant to captain Kolisi. So obviously the other players who missed out on the cut due to injury, if we look at some, obviously Apiwe, Warren Whiteley, Marcel Coetzee, Damian Willems, Connie Oosthuizen even could have been one of them. Jan Serfontein, amongst others that just didn't get the chance to make it in the World Cup. And yes, as much as they will be missed, I'm proud of the squad. I'm really happy with the squad and the selection that Rassie has selected this evening, and I really have high hopes for this team and believe that we can take the squad to the next level. We've done it before, 12 years ago, 2007, 12 years before that in 1995. Number 6 is a powerful number for South Africa, and Captain Kolisi is wearing it. Why I say powerful is because it's a number that our captain of the 1995 Rugby World Cup, Francois Pienaar, wore, as well as the one and only Nelson Mandela. So special times, special remembrance for us as we watch this Rugby World Cup squad announcement ceremony. There's a lot of passion in the air, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of joy, and I think this could be a year to remember. And if not now, I think South Africa's got a very good opportunity of winning the Rugby World Cup. I mean, we've got the squad, we won the championship, we've done such a great turnaround from being such a weak team. Rassie Erasmus said it. He said at one stage people weren't talking about South African rugby because of the poor form we were in, but now we're talking about it. We are proud. We are wearing the jerseys. We are wearing green with pride and joy. And I honestly can't wait. 25 days must hurry up because I want to watch the Rugby World Cup. It is going to be epic. So if we go through the squad that was selected today, I'm going to put it up, obviously, for you guys to see as well. But interesting squad. Let's start off with the props. Right, so we have Steven Kitshoff. I mean, he better have been selected. Such a great player. We've got Vincent Koch, also a player who's been in the background quite a bit for South African rugby, but I think he definitely deserves a shot. He's done well overseas, and I'm happy for him to have made the squad. Frans Malherbe, I had the pleasure of meeting him last year. He's been also in the mix for so long. He's had a previous experience at the 2015 Rugby World Cup, so well done to him on making his selection. Trevor Nyakanya, very happy for him. I think this man has had such an amazing turnaround. I love his passion. I love the spirit of the game that he shares within the Springbok squad. Such a great player and a talent, and so well deserved. And then last but not least, the one and only, the beast. I mean, a veteran of the game, been experienced in so many years for South African rugby. He's so passionate. He's so proud to be a South African, to be a Springbok, and I couldn't be happier for him. And I hope he flies the flag high. So that they are the props of this year's World Cup squad. Next up, we have our hookers. We got the one and only, the big man, Malcolm Marx. Pure, I mean, come on, you cannot not have him. One of the top hookers in world rugby of this day. Great player, great talent. A little bit quiet in the Rugby Championship, so I'm expecting big things from him as we move forward to the Rugby World Cup. And then obviously Bongi Bonambi, what a player, great talent. He's also come up so well in the ranks and has done wonders for South African rugby. A few odd games where his line-out throwing wasn't too hot, but a deserving player for the Rugby World Cup. And then we got the veteran himself, Mr. Skalk Brits, making it. I mean, I don't think he'll play much, maybe against the minnow teams, but Skalk Brits is a legend, a veteran, and I think he'll be there obviously as a major mentor for the Springbok players. So I would have expected him to be selected. I'm pretty much thought he might go on as like an assistant or like within the coaching field, but nope, he's playing. So all the best to him as he makes the Rugby World Cup. Next up, we have our locks, and what lock pairing we have. We got Lot de Jager, we have Eben Etzebeth, we have Franco Master, and the big man himself, Ergius Snyman. Four giants of the game, four amazing, talented players who have the capability and opportunity to really take South Africa to the next level and prove why we are always a force in that line-out game. It's going to be a big one for them, extremely important for them to take every opportunity that they have in winning lineouts, stealing lineouts, and winning the ball and play to the best of their ability. Obviously, the one who stands out is obviously Evan. His leadership in the Rugby Championship was solid. He's a great player. He's been there before, and a good opportunity for him to really take the lead position within the locks and hopefully take South Africa to some glory and to the next level. I'm happy for Ergius Snyman. I think he's talented, and I'm really chuffed to see him in the squad. Those are our locks. The loose forwards within the Springbok squad, Peter Steph du Toit, probably one of the greatest players South Africa has seen in the past few years. He has really been amazing, a tackling machine, a ball winner. He's just been so passionate and such a great ambassador to Springbok rugby. I couldn't be happier for this young man and making the Springbok squad. I loved the emotion that he showed when we beat New Zealand last year. And I hope that emotion continues with him throughout this World Cup, and maybe when we win that cup, we'll see him share that emotion yet again. Great player. Dwayne Vermeulen, the big man himself, again, such an experienced player, can bring leadership to the Springbok squad. World Cup experience will also come in hand. It's going to be brilliant. Great player, solid player, strong player. And I think he'll be a massive asset to Springbok rugby as we go on the journey of the Rugby World Cup. Francois Lowe, obviously, he's been there for quite a number of years, experienced, quality player too. Kocher Smith, I am so happy he's made his position within the squad. I think he's fought hard to get there, and I hope he gets some good, solid game time within the squad to make a difference, make some change, and do some wonders for South Africa. And then last but not least, on the loose forwards, it's Captain Siya Kolisi, the one and only, the man who's going to lead this team to something special. And I'm excited to watch what he has in store for us. Obviously, he's been injured out, but he's definitely been carefully trained back into the squad. And I can't wait to see his leadership take over and take us into this World Cup. And I hope to see him at the end of this World Cup with that beautiful gold trophy in his hands. Will it happen? We'll have to wait and see, but so happy he's leading us to this World Cup. Then we get to the halfbacks, and what quality players we have here. I mean, let's start off Faf de Klerk. The man himself has been an ambassador to Springbok rugby for so long. He's probably one of the most popular on the field. And although he didn't have a stand-up performance in the Rugby Championship, he is experienced enough to take us to new heights and new levels within South African rugby. And I hope he plays to the utmost best of his ability and create some great moves, great gaps and great tries for South African rugby as we approach this World Cup. Herschel Yankees, the man himself, I mean, what a kickstart to an international career in the Rugby Championship, scoring against the All Blacks. I mean, three tries, 2 games. I mean, everyone will remember that, those special times that he gave to South African rugby. Quality player. I'm excited to watch him play in the World Cup, and I couldn't be happier that he made it. Another scrum half that I'm so happy made it is Kobus Reinach. I've rated these three. I say that they are the best in South Africa, and I couldn't be happier that Kobus has made it as well. He's done so well for his team overseas, and I think he can bring so much talent and quality to Springbok rugby, and I'm very happy to see him in the mix amongst the World Cup squad. Then we got our fly halves, Elton Yankees and Andre Pollard. Yankees has turned around, I think, on a great leaf where he played solid performances in the Rugby Championship, and I hope that continues as we build and grow this team. Andre Pollard, probably one of the most informed players at the moment. I mean, the MVP of South African rugby. He is great player, and I hope he can bring us lots of points, some good tries, and some brilliant skill movement that we need going into this World Cup. So I am so stoked to see him in the squad. If we get to the centres, we got some quality here as well. We got Frans Steyn, the veteran himself. Who can forget 2007 Rugby World Cup, that big monster kick, the drop goals that helped South Africa win the 2007 Rugby World Cup. 12 years later, the man is back in the green and gold, representing South Africa at the 2019 Rugby World Cup. Could he have a magic moment like he did 12 years ago? I really hope so. Happy to see him in the Springbok squad. Jesse Kriel, also a great turnaround. I mean, he was injured not too long ago. So awesome effort for him to come into the Springbok squad and hopefully prove his worth and what he's done. He can play various other positions, so a good player to have as we build the squad. I'm happy to see him in there. Damian Delinda, obviously probably an obvious choice. He's been a part of the Springbok squad for quite some time. I did not see him missing out on a game. I never rated him really highly, but he's definitely turned around and shown his worth and what he can do, and I hope he can keep it up in the big games, especially that big one against the All Blacks. And then Lucanio, I'm so happy to see him in the squad. He's done well for the Sharks. He's played extremely great rugby, and I hope and wish him all the best in his first World Cup, which should be one to remember. So those are our centres. Then we get to our backs. I mean, again, keepers, we have talent, and obviously the big one we're missing here is Aphiwe Dyantyi due to injury, and it's a massive loss. But the quality we have right here is solid, and I'm excited to see what these boykies can do for us. And I hope to see loads of tries, loads of defense movements, and tactical skill that we need as we approach this World Cup. The players are Cheslin Colby. I mean, what a player he's been remarkable for his overseas side. He's bounced back to the Springbok squad and really been absolutely brilliant. He can even go as far as to be a backup scrum half as well. Great player, so well deserved his position in the squad. We have Warwick Galant, who will probably be our backup fullback, which great talent, solid boykie, which we need. We need the big boys out there, and I'm happy to see him make the Springbok squad. Mpimpi had his moments in the Rugby Championship, but also had some weak points. But he's done well in the provincial side, and I'm expecting big things from him as he makes it into this year's Rugby World Cup squad. one of my favourite players, Kolisi, making the squad. I could not be happier. This man is so talented, and when he made that squad, I was at the top of the world, because I think he has so much to offer South African rugby and could be such a key force on the wing line when we play against the big boys in the quarterfinal stages and so forth. He is brilliant. Watch out for him. He's going to do wonders. And then last but not least, the man himself, Willie Leroux, making another World Cup appearance and will probably be South Africa's number 15. What a player, what experience he could bring to the squad, and I'm excited to see what he does as we approach this big contest of the Rugby World Cup. So that's going to do it for our squad. I'm happy, I'm over the moon, gutted for some players, and I know the squad will be gutted too that they didn't all make it, but that's the thing about a Rugby World Cup. You can't take them all as much as you want, but the players that are selected, I am happy. I can't physically point out one who I'm really disappointed about. The only one I would say is Deante not making it. Other than that, I'm really stoked for each and every one of these players, and I can only wish them all the best, all the most success as they hit off on Friday to go to Japan to take on an amazing tournament against phenomenal rugby nations. And I hope we end off on a proud note. We have the team, we have the crowds, we have the passion, we have the ability, we have the management, we have the leadership. South Africa have the squad to win this year's Rugby World Cup, and I will be behind you every step of the way. Congratulations to this year's squad for the 2019 Rugby World Cup, and I can't wait to watch you guys kick it off on the 21st of September against the mighty All Blacks. It is going to be epic. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below on your squad, or on the squad. Who do you think should have made it, shouldn't, and all that jazz? Comment down below and subscribe if you are new. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.
Make sure you subscribe to his channel for all rugby content. Stay safe and never give up.